you didn't have to think that, but you did. You know, you were able to put that together and say, this is what some guys are badgering girls, and they're not understanding what they're doing. And then they're like, I'm not interested. Why didn't you say that in the beginning? And they get all upset, and they're like, well, we're having a good conversation. Why did you change it? They don't even realize what they did.
Yeah, and then like now, if I'm at a bar or whatever, and I'm having a good conversation with the girl, I'll buy her drinks, but I'm not expecting anything out of it. And it's just like, I think now I just value more if you can bring something to the table, like, you know, keep the conversation going. That's what I'm really more looking for now, instead of just like looks or, you know, because she's got a tight ass or something.
Sure. That's the alcohol talking anyways. That stuff don't last. No. Between the ears is always a good approach, man. Can't go wrong. If it's good conversation, you literally can buy that. You can buy the other parts if you want to go that route, you know. But the good conversation, the innate chemistry that just happens spontaneously, that's priceless. So I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever sat back and looked at a few couples, like you kind of know them?
Sure.
But you're kind of like, I wonder what the fuck they talk about at home. Like, you talk to them and they seem like boring as fuck. But then you're like, I wonder what the hell they talk about at home.
Something that they both love.
Yeah, obviously, if they're living together and it's like they're together 24/7, it's like I can't be around this guy for more than 5 minutes. It's like he's so fucking bored.
What does she like about him? You know, there's other things I think about physically too. Like, my mind doesn't want to go there for certain things where I'm like, please don't. You know, physically, I don't want to think about this. You know, this is their couple. This is their thing. So my mind is on the outside, where I'm like, I wonder what they enjoy to go do, because these two people appear to like to just go eat food and then do nothing. Well, that's a relationship if you think that's what you want. Just find somebody to go do what you like to do. If that's what you want, find a pairing. I know for personal, my experience, if you put yourself out there and say what you want, if you find somebody else that knows the same thing, says that's what I want, you will both enjoy it better together versus somebody that says that's what I want too, and they don't, and they're just putting you on because they don't want to lose you for a minute. Like, I went to Disneyland and it was a nice place to go. Like, my mentality was, you can't be broke to go to Disneyland. So if you have a pass or something, well, I meet you there. Great. Okay. So when things start going back and forth, like you said, I don't mind if you want to go get a drink. So sure, I'll buy drinks for both of us. Then all of a sudden they're buying drinks, and you went to the bathroom, you come back with 2 drinks. I see what we're doing. We're building a rapport here, and we're understanding that it's not just about the rides, or we're getting lost in the conversations, and it's good times. The next thing you know, they're like kind of cutting off the conversation because they want to take it a different route. And I'm like, oh no, I'm enjoying Disneyland and hanging out and being out of the house. I don't want to go back to my house. I don't want to go to your house. I don't want to go to anybody's house. I want to stay here. That's why I'm here. And next thing you know, they set the narrative. Like, they just want to end it. So it's like, like a game of poker. I'm done. Take my winnings and leave. That's not how a date ends. See it through. But if it does end that way, then I guess that's all you got out of the date. And, you know, it wasn't meant to be one of those. It was just a good conversation. You hook up and you leave. Hey, that happens sometimes too. But to actually have, I would not trade the physical part real quick if I knew I was hitting it off. And I'm going, this is good. I could do this weekly, daily. I like this. I like this a lot. I wouldn't trade that part for it, knowing it's just getting off. Like, it'd probably be a lot better if we got to that point on our own and not have to think, what do I have to do to tell this girl to go and I'm getting a credit card next week, baby. And she's looking at you going, I don't care. I like the conversation. It has nothing to do with monetary money, or you'll find that out. But the girl that responds that says, oh, you're getting a what? Run. Get away from that girl. Not good. Or guy, or whatever relationship you're in.
I mean, a date's basically sort of like a job interview to me.
It's exactly what it is.
You're basically
That's why it's dating.
Why you're worth my time. Like, why you're worth the position.
It's like you've got your whole thing. You're both doing this. Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, we both get C on that one.
It's like, so I gave you overall B+.
What did I get? D-.
It's like home. You didn't say thank you to the waitress for one.
You didn't pull out my chair. Yeah, well, you did fart 3 times. Yeah, it is. It is the dating thing.
Hard, I think.
Very hard.
Oh yeah, this
But
is.
with-
I
with
think this is
children,
what the whole show.
Harder,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Why the
yeah.
whole show was created was it shouldn't have to be this. hard.
Absolutely. That's the whole
Like
premise.
we would be just on the couch talking about horrible fucking dates.
I mean, it should
Or-
be that hard, but in regards
I mean-
to life, no.
No, it shouldn't
No.
be this
No,
hard.
it shouldn't have to be that.
But online dating for me, I thought was like the worst. Like
wait, but online dating, as in, you've tried a lot of different
yeah, I mean,
apps.
I tried different apps,
Or just one?
even like paying ones.
Okay.
Like I think it was Zoosk.
Oh, Zeus, yes, been
Yeah,
there,
that-
been there.
Yeah, I tried it, and it's just like you just find some weird profiles on there, honestly, and like some of them are like only date white dudes, so don't come at like that sounds racist to me in a sense. Like when you cut off your choices because you know you're of a different shade of color.
That's their choice, man.
That's what they're into.
No, okay, now show of hands. Who's done online dating profiles? Who's had one? Wait, here's my hand. You can see it. Okay, so we all know. I just want to make sure we're all on the level. Not like, oh, I've never done it. Or okay, go ahead. I just want to make sure we all know.
Okay, so you're telling me you never ran into a profile like that?
Oh,
Only
absolutely.
into white dudes, or
Absolutely.
and you don't feel like that's a little weird?
I do feel it's very weird.
I think
Okay.
for women, it's not weird. Like we really
Okay.
like when we're attracted to a certain race, like we're attracted to that race. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
no other race is gonna really compare to the looks.
So you know what you like. Why change it?
Yeah.
Why go after anything else?
I think
Or
it's
you
exactly. But then
Okay.
we do reach a point also where our wants and likes change and shift,
Mm.
and we have like a small window where we're willing to try something else.
Small window to try
Yeah.
something.
It's
Now,
like
okay.
I've only been screwed over by the same type of guy for like the 10th time now, maybe.
Okay, like so for me, for example, I never liked dating Mexican guys. That was
Okay.
always like my I don't want to.
and are you all Mexican? 100% Mexican. Both parents are Mexican.
Yeah,
you
just
may- pretty much.
Little mixture,
You-
little sprinkles of.
Okay, little
Like Mexican.
everything else. Okay,
Okay, and so.
but you check the box Mexican if you had it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm just
Mexican
saying.
American.
Mexican American,
Okay.
white. Okay.
I'm American. Okay, so I never liked dating Mexican. My first boyfriend was Mexican, and
Mhm.
I don't even. After that, I think it just totally turned me off to Mexican guys.
Okay.
But he was like.
So you can
straight
thank
from
him.
Mexico type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. But
Kind of touches on what we said earlier. Cultural.
yeah.
Mhm.
He expected you to be in the kitchen too
But
many
then
times.
Yes.
I shifted towards white guys, so I totally get the whole,
Mm.
only date white guys thing, because that's all I wanted to date in high school.
Mm.
And then I ended up getting married to a Mexican guy, and then I got married again to an Asian guy.
Mm.
And so,
Just did a 180 there.
yeah, I married something the first time I would never date, and then
Yeah.
the second time around, I married something I didn't even think I would ever like.
Something.
Something.
I love it. I love it.
You know,
Okay.
I think you and I are just equal opportunists. I mean, we've
Oh yeah.
dated, I think, basically anything that came our way as far as
I'm
race. and-
Throwing a dart at a map, dude. Just.
yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go.
I mean, but in our experience, they're all equally as crazy or crazier. Than the last one.
Levels, depending on. Yes, some like to live up to the stereotypes. Like
Mhm.
they'll straight up be like, "I'm a Latina. Get out of my way. You don't disagree with anything, otherwise you're gonna feel my heat." Great. I feel like they're shooting a promo, then telling me what's going on. I'm like,
Act
oh,
right.
that's
Yeah, right.
nice. And then I'm like, you just want to be mad all the time. Like, I don't even see that as part of your personality. I just feel like you just want to be mad at me all the time. Like, well, then you can go take this little fiery persona somewhere else to somebody that wants to entertain that. See you later.
Somebody that likes to argue back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
but like on
that's-
purpose though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, this last chick I was with, it's like she'd purposely get into fights with me just to get a rise out of me, and it pissed her off even more because I was just quiet. I was just like, okay, like I don't care. Like honestly,
That's part
I'm
of you
doing my
too, though.
thing.
You know, you're
if
like,
you want to get mad, cool, but I'm not gonna be
Mhm.
in on it.
no,
And I think that drives them even more crazy.
yes,
Like,
yes.
and I think the whole thing was like, I want you to fight for me. And it's like, no, I'm not.
But would you fight for a girl that was actually worth it?
Well, yeah,
Ooh.
but I just didn't feel that way towards her. And I made it known from day one that I wasn't into her like that. And
So
it's
she-
just like she kind of mind warped this whole thing that we were in a relationship, and it's just like,
Oh, Start putting labels on it pretty quick.
Yeah, and it's like I never gave you any indication.
What is that? What is that about? Please tell me. Why do girls do that?
I don't know.
Some girls do it right away. Like I've noticed in I don't know. Well, first week if they start messaging you things like, "Look, I found this. Do you like it?" And then they're buying you things. Within that first 2 weeks, all of a sudden they want to be your boyfriend and girlfriend thing. And they're putting labels on it. I'm like, you don't have to buy me anything. You have to buy my love. If you found something, take a picture. This is cool. Great. I have tons of stuff. We all have stuff. But that doesn't mean you're going to put the label on us. It just means you found cool stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know. I don't think
Quick
I've ever
labels.
done that.
I've always been weird about quick labels. I always thought it was like a quick entry, quick exit. What's with the labels?
I don't think I've ever done that. I
No?
think I always just waited for the guy to be like, "Hey, so you're gonna be my girlfriend," kind of thing. And I was like,
Okay. I feel like it's like gotcha, bitch. like don't leave, you know. And I'm like, whoa. If I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna stay. I'm not a cheater. I'm not any of those things. So I don't feel the need. I'm more upfront. Like, hey, I just want to let you know it ain't working out. So and then be upfront about it because I've been on the other end too. And you're just like, man, you really like dragging me through the mud. Oh, you were. And when you peel back those layers, it's harsh. It's not like Shrek layers, okay? These are harsh, hurtful
Onion.
layers. yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I
So
don't-
being upfront and not having to peel those layers back later on by someone that wants to screw with your emotions, be upfront. See what happens. It's not that easy,
I'm sort of
but it's not. Being upfront, you think, oh yeah, it's like common sense. You think everyone would have it. They would be upfront.
And what it sucks too is
No.
everybody thinks differently, so you
Absolutely.
can't think how the other person's thinking.
Or they're trying to interpret what you're
Yeah,
saying, and you're like,
exactly.
I didn't say that, but you think I said that.
Yeah, 'cause that's how they think.
Right. So they feel what you don't know, you make up. Right. So you're going to fill in the gaps. Next thing you know, you guys are both having theoretical fucking conversations that neither one of you made up. Not good. Be truthful. See where it goes. Or upfront in this case. Yeah. Last time I found myself not being upfront and just kind of letting the conversation get away too much. I wasn't speaking, which is something I don't do. And next thing you know, I found myself kind of, yes, yeah, yes, ma'am, type of answers. And the conversation went way south where I kind of just had to say, I'm going to go. I've always thought that was the girl's duty to go to the bathroom and then never come back. I'm so upfront where I was like, I'm going to go because I don't see this going anywhere. And then I kind of felt like a dick. Like, probably shouldn't have been too upfront and shouldn't have been that way. But I just felt like anything past this would be wasting my time, her time. But she put labels on it and all this. And I'm going, where is this going? It just was red flags. And I'm going, too much, too fast. I don't need a security blanket of a person. I can make it.
Yeah.
I don't need that. And next thing you know, I had to block the phone. I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. I got the texting, the phone, all the social media thing. And then, the blocking to me is something that I wait till last. I didn't think it was necessary, but when I'm getting blown up and friend requests and all this stuff, I'm waiting for the moose head in my bed next. I'm like, this isn't good.
Did
Take
you read
the sign.
about that woman that got arrested for sending like 150,000 text messages?
This was a while back, right?
This was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
No, okay, then no. I'm thinking
Yeah,
of something else. Then.
She was she went on a date with this guy like maybe once or twice, and she was just blowing up his phone, and she got arrested because she wouldn't leave him alone, and she sent him
Harassment.
like 150,000 texts. And
It's
she
like
thought,
all day.
and she thought it was like outrageous that she got arrested for this. I mean, it does sound outrageous, but at the same time too, it's like 150 text messages. Like that is kind of crazy.
I'd love to see that record. That'd be a good printout to look at.
So
how
have
many-
you been
how many-
arrested? Yeah. For what?
What's the most text sent in a day?
Watch
could
it.
be
You
a
want to see a guy run? How crazy are you? And she's like,
How
I text a
quick-
guy 150,000
It's
times
like,
in one day.
I just want to know. It's like, how long did he wait to hit that block
Oh.
button?
Oh, that's
How many
freaky.
text messages did he wait to do the block button on her?
Yeah, no kidding. After 50,000, or did he wait? Like, let's see if I get another 50K,
It's
and then it's up
like,
to 100,
what's
and
the
he's like,
most jail
nah, let's
time
let
she
it go
could
some
get?
more. No, dude, that's nuts. Or did he get like 50,000 more after? Like he's like, why did he report it at 100,000?
My sister dated a guy similar to
texter.
text voicemails, calls. He like called her from private numbers, made up fake Instagram accounts to
Oh my
add
God.
her and talk to her. This guy was crazy. He was
In the
super
20s? 20s, I assume? Okay.
early 20s, and she started to. She met him at a bar, which was kind of like okay.
Yeah, you know.
Happens.
And
Bars.
then all of a sudden, they had everything in common. He wanted to take her out,
Mm-hmm.
and told her he had lots of money, and that, of course, got her
Mhm.
attention. She's that type of girl.
Ah,
Yeah, so they started dating, and he
cha-ching.
was just like super psycho on her. Like, would yell at her about everything, and finally she was like, you know what? I'm done with this.
Was there like a big age difference between them?
No, I think maybe like 2-3 years.
Okay.
And so, finally she was like, you know what, I'm done with you, and broke it off. Or he broke it off with her, I don't remember. But this fool would call her non-stop all day long in the middle of the night, leave her long messages, crying, saying, I want you back, kind of thing. And she
Oh,
was like,
no.
"Dude, we only dated for like a month and a half.
Oh, no. That's psycho stuff. Yeah, no. Go on. Move on.
Okay, Mike, in your opinion, when do you give up? I mean, if it was that good, the good, if it was that good,
Oh,
like
When do you give up?
like?
Depends on how much dignity
Because
you have
you've
and how
had
big.
guys like from 10 years ago hitting you up. No.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends on the situation. If it's 10 years ago and you hit them up, depends on how it ended 10 years ago. Or if it ever ended, it just kind of fizzled, like high school friends, you know? If you bump into them 10 years later and it's how's it going, I've done that. I've bumped into at funerals. I bumped into high school friends, and that's usually the meetings, you know? All of a sudden, or a wedding. Someone else is getting married, and you're like, oh, your high school's friends. Oh, my God, I forgot about that. And then, okay, I've done that. And hit it off and hung out and had some good times. But if it's bad terms, I don't care what the distance is. It ended on bad terms for a reason. Should probably just go your separate ways. Everybody else is better for it. But there's those one curious moments where you're doing the what if in your head so much, and then it happens, and you're like, oh, that did not go as planned. I think I can definitely live without those moments.
I've had a couple where it like turns out this girl used to like me in high school, and I'm like, what? Why didn't she say anything? Like, and it just kind of plays. It does kind of mess with you a bit because it's like it could have been different, but it's like, but you know, things happen the way they happen for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's just one of those like between a rock and a hard place kind of things, or you know.
Oh God, yes. It's an interesting thing though. I've had, let's see, there's enough time. Let's try to think here. 2008, 2007, I was screen printing. Just started screen printing. So I actually, those people that I met in college, I still am friends with. So having those relationships and then having the high school relationships, I'm still friends with a handful of those people. Like, we don't see each other as much because we all have lives and they're super busy and they work for big, nice, awesome companies and stuff. So they're busy. It's fine. You make room, and then when we're both free and don't have a kid for an evening, let's play Call of Duty or whatever, and you pick up. That's great. I love those ones. The ones that randomly happen,